like this no more. I feel exposed.
I'm crazy, I'm loco, I get so emotional, I'm moody, I push people away.
So there was this guy that I felt like I probably should like him because he's really nice. But I was at a point in my life, I was still very young, where, you know, the muscles mattered and the shallow stuff. And I was like, one day he's going to make somebody a really good husband. But, like, as much as I want to like, I would like to like this person, I just cannot. But, you know, eventually he will be great for somebody. The nice guy finishes last. You don't necessarily want them in your past because, like, they be treating you nice and stuff, but, like, they just can't escape the friend zone. So that's where the song...
What is the song about, though? That's not what the song's even about.
That is what the song's about. That is exactly what the song is about. If you listen to the words, it's talking about how this guy does nice things for you, but you can't get past the superficial stuff. You never realized that's what Nice Guys is?
That is not how I interpreted that song.
How did you interpret that song? I'm interested to hear how you interpreted it.
To me, that song was a play on the phrase "nice guy finishes last," meaning that they actually do. You don't.
Yeah, they do. I said he's gonna make somebody a very nice husband, and then when I was old enough to respect more the other things that are important in a relationship outside of the superficial stuff. Now my husband, he's a nice guy. Like I did get a nice guy. They do finish last. It's just
I don't think you knew what you meant when you
I did know what I meant, and I still stand by that. I stand on what I said in the song. Like
I think so.
he wrote love on the wall in the color of a shadow, and I missed it up all because the mother boys treated me so differently. And when I say differently, I mean like they weren't really that nice.
So we're gonna go all the way through the song because I don't think you understand.
I really do understand. I do. I understand the song that I wrote. I'm saying like he was in the friend zone. He was behind the scenes in the friend zone. I was into the bad boy thing at the time. Like I kept picking people who were not treating me right.
You did pick terrible people.
I picked terrible people, and I had really good options that I ignored because for some reason that was not. I really just couldn't get past his looks. I'm just gonna flat out say it. And he's not even a terrible looking dude. It's just not for me. Wasn't tall enough. Didn't have the structure. He wasn't gonna...
You're gonna get ate up on the internet for all of this.
I mean, eventually I got what I wanted. Sometimes you gotta take your time. He cared so much I did not want to let him see. He cared so much I did not want to let him see I'm crazy. Like I didn't want to give him the bad parts of me. Because he was a good friend.
I'm crazy.
I'm loco. I get so emotional. I'm moody. I push people away.
What are those about? What's theirs?
Because I'm good. I don't like this no more. I feel exposed. At the time, no. If you're going to be honest. Okay. So see, it's happening right now. I still am crazy.
I'm not in this interview, but I feel like I am.
You are.
I'm just gonna say this. I don't think that you channel like your deepest inner thoughts into your, especially at that time. This was like your first album.
This was very, very
first
early.
time writing, and when I told, like, after we had finished the album, I said, "Do you realize what you were saying?"
You should have never said that to me.
Why?
Because then I started really like overthinking my songs. Like I was having severe writer's block after that.
I was amazed at how honest you were.
That was not on purpose.
And that's the crazy thing. And this is why I'm telling you, you don't know what your song means.
I do know.
No, you don't.
How you gonna tell me I don't know what my song means?
You didn't know what it meant when you wrote it.
I'm telling you what it means right now.
This is what it means to you maybe later after you
No, this is what it always meant. It is.
You didn't even know what you were writing.
I did.
You told me that.
This is disrespectful to say to songwriters that they don't know what they're writing.
I wouldn't say it to most songwriters, but I was there when she wrote it. She's my younger sister. I produced the record. So, yes, you can't tell songwriters they don't know what they're writing about. Except in this one instance where I can say this to her because she told me she didn't realize.
I didn't realize how honest I was being
You just channeled. You were channeling. It was unique. It was a crazy situation where you were just channeling your feelings and emotions, and everybody that hears this song does not think that it's about this guy's in the friend zone. Nobody thinks that.
Well, you can't speak for everybody, so.
Everybody I've ever talked to that's heard the song that we played it for, they think, wow, what a clever play on the phrase, nice guy finishes last, because the nice guy is the guy that she ends up with. Not the guy.
How is that a play on words? That's exactly what that means.
Shit. Here we go again. Here we go again.
When you say
that
that.
is not what that means. See?
If you say the nice guy finishes last, that means that's who you end up with.
No, that's not what that's what you sang. Yo, this is hilarious. This is, yo. So listen, the phrase nice guy finishes last means in the race of men, like
The human race?
No, like in being rich and getting a girl, when you're nice, it doesn't work out for you. They finish last in the race. Like
I've never thought
That's what that
that
means. That's what that means.
Never thought that.
That's why it was crazy and very creative and very genius for you to turn the phrase on its head and say the nice guy finishes last because you don't want nobody next.
All my life, I had to fight. No, all my life, I really thought nice guy finishes last mean like you should end up with someone who's nice to you.
That is not what that meant.
So now it seems like I'm not as clever or genius because that's just what I thought it meant.
You're just such a unique in the way. And see, people don't. I laugh at you about this all the time because you don't understand.
We're gonna have to edit this out.
You don't understand how phrases work. We're not gonna be. We shouldn't. We should use this, but also we should. I don't know what to do now. Yo! You mean to tell me you didn't understand that phrase?
I did understand. I have a different understanding of the phrase. First of all, it's so literal. The nice guy finishes last. Who do you end up with at the altar? The last guy you're dating. The nice guy is who you should end up with last. Now, maybe he has other qualities, but you should end up with someone. That's my advice. My advice with this song is that you should end up with someone nice.
Right, and that is what the overall, and everything about how you wrote this song
Means that.
It means like, yeah.
Because that's what I meant. Which is why it's funny because you kept trying to say I didn't know what I was writing about. I did.
No, because you started off telling me you're writing about a guy and the friends that you didn't want to be with.
Right, and in the song it's like, I should like this person, but I can't, is what I'm saying. Don't you listen to what I'm saying? I'm needy. Believe me, this is all I can be. At the time, that I felt like that was all I had to offer. That's all I could be. And I guess in a way, I didn't feel like he was even deserving of those insane qualities until I was more fully healed. If there is a good guy, you don't want to jack him up. Like, don't jack up the good guys out there, you know? Sometimes just leave them alone. And leave the girls alone, too, if they're not ready.
But you see, I just want to say this last thing I'm going to say.
It's not the last thing you're going to say at all. You know that.
You see how that's been direct competition with finishing last with the nice guy and leave the nice guy alone? You see how those are conflicting? Yes,
and in the song it's also very conflicted.
It's not.
It is.
The song
is extremely conflicted.
The song is not. It's in inner conflict with yourself.
Yes.
About being ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because
the nice guy finishes last.
Right.
The nice guy finishes last because you don't want him in your past. The nice guy finishes last because you don't want nobody else.
Keep looking at me like you're proving your point.
I am. The nice guy finishes last because you don't want him in your past. I mean, you should end up with a nice guy. The nice guy finishes last because you don't want nobody next. You don't want nobody after the nice guy. And I kind of felt like, dang, like I really want to like this nice person, but I couldn't. And then we move into verse 2. I had love in my heart, but my mind was too shallow.
Okay, there you go. That's your first clue to what you're talking about.
And I missed it all. I found myself in a battle between what I see and what's in my dreams. See?
Mm-hmm.
He's the only one who never deserted me. See what I'm saying?
Okay, so the second verse.
Is where the truth comes out. I'm shallow. You see how that works?
Okay, so the second verse is where
the truth resides. This is why it's a full song. You have to listen. The first verse is like, who's this nice man in the back? And then the second verse is like, oh, he's not cute.
I still don't think, like, maybe that's
what it says.
That's not what people get.
But I literally say it. I had love in my heart, but my mind was too shallow. I literally say that I'm too shallow. And it's something about my eyes. Meaning I didn't like what I saw.
The nice guy finishes last because you don't wanna be in your past. The nice guy finishes last because you don't want nobody next.